There's a reason Meryl Streep always looks so elegant, especially in Devil Wears Prada too. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to recreate that Miranda Priestly look on mature skin. Hi everyone, I'm Kerry-Lou and welcome to Silver Style Studio. Did you see The Devil Wears Prada too? I can't believe it's been 20 years since the original. I'll watch anything with Meryl Streep in it. I love the movie, it was so much fun, especially the clothes and the makeup. This is a recreation of the first look in the movie. She definitely gets more adventurous as the movie goes on. Meryl Streep's makeup is never heavy, never overdone, just beautifully refined and lifted. That's exactly the kind of makeup so many of us are looking for as we get older. After 45 years as a makeup artist, I can tell you it's not about more makeup, it's about the right technique. The reason that Meryl Streep's makeup works so beautifully for her and why it will work for you is that it's understated, it's softly sculpted, and the whole look is confident, not trendy. So let's get right into it. Okay, I need a little hydration before we start. This is where mature makeup either succeeds or fails. That feels great. I like to use a fine water spray beforehand. Then my moisturizer will trap in that hydration. Use the moisturizer of your choice. If you want to know what I'm using, everything is listed in the video description below. A little eye cream. Some sunscreen, mustn't forget that. If you like fewer steps, just use a moisturizer with SPF, but don't skip the SPF, not if you want skin like Meryl Streep. I'm sure Miranda Priestly is always working very long hours, so she's probably always fighting those under eye circles just like we do. So I'm going to apply a color corrector first. This one's from Dermatology and it takes away the blue undertones and it brightens up under my eyes. They have about 3 different shades depending on your under eye issue. I'm also applying some on my upper lids. This is going to be really helpful in keeping my eyeshadow set, and it will also help keep the color more true. You know how sometimes eyeshadows, they can look a little bit muddy and the color disappears? This is going to really help with that. We'll revisit the under eye area once I've applied my eye makeup. I'm using a medium coverage foundation today for a more sophisticated look. I'll start using my fingers and then finish up with my blender sponge. We're not trying to look younger, we're learning how to look our best now. And that can be even more powerful. My face and neck are almost the same color, so I don't have to go too far down my neck. Nothing's worse than seeing makeup on clothes. Now, I've been loving a dewy finish lately, but Miranda Priestly favors matte finishes for that cool and powerful look. She never lets them see her sweat, right? So I'm just going to use a light dusting of talc-free powder. Don't worry, this formula won't give you that old-fashioned powdery look. Take it across the eyelid. Next, I'll use a powder bronzer. What? I hear you gasp, aren't we only supposed to use creams on our mature skin? Well, here's the thing. Powder bronzers and blushes aren't what they used to be. Hardly any of them contain talc anymore. This one certainly doesn't. I really like it. Warming up the complexion is especially important if you're going to be using some cool-toned eyeshadow. Otherwise, the face is going to look too drab. So I'm just giving a dusting of bronzer. I'm softly sculpting as I go, nothing hard here. Now we're doing a subtle contour. A contour product is a lot more cool-toned than a bronzer. That's to recess an area. I'm trying to recreate Meryl Streep's gorgeous cheekbones. Good luck with that, right? If you want to learn more about all things contour and bronzer, the placement, what colors to use, check out this video. I think you'll like it. Just a subtle blush to add some life to the skin. Meryl Streep didn't wear obvious blush in the movie, so we'll just add a little bit. Okay, eyebrows. Meryl Streep has nicely shaped high eyebrows, so I'm using a pencil to shape mine. A lot of people find it intimidating to use pencil on the top of their eyebrow, but it's worth trying because you can achieve a lovely lifted look this way. Most people have one brow higher than the other, so if this is you, go a little higher on the lower brow so they'll look more equal. With a little practice, it's going to get easier. I'm just following the direction that the brows grow here, adding a little bit more height to this brow. And I am a little bit thin right here, so we'll fill that in. And just neaten up the top. This is a very elegant look. I'm just going to use a little bit of clear brow gel just to keep them in place. It's funny, when you have gray eyebrows, and I do have gray eyebrows, I actually tinted them this morning and it made them come up a little bit dark. Usually they fade the next day, so sorry about that. But when you have gray eyebrows, they tend to be a little bit more wild and wiry. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this older palette. Maybe you have your own neutral palettes or singles that you can use for this look. You don't have to get this one. Meryl wears mostly grays, taupes, and I think there was a little bit of a rosy hue going on there also. If you have trouble blending your eyeshadow, use a loose powder across your lid. It's going to make blending so much easier. In my crease, or where a contour used to be, I'm going to be using a rosy beige. I'm using a larger fluffy brush. Let's get that nice and blended. Oh, that's looking pretty. I like that it's not a drab taupe. It's got like a little pink pigment. Now I'm using a smaller brush to further create the eye contour. I'm using this color, Overcast, and it's a cooler, darker shade of taupe, which is great for recessing this area. I'm not taking this as far up onto my lid as the previous color. That way we're going to create a nice glow. We have the rosy color underneath, and this color is a little bit more drab, but we're keeping it into a smaller area. Now here's a tip. If you feel like you're making a bit of a mess with things, just always keep your loose powder handy. That way you just tap in your big fluffy brush, and that can be like an eraser. It's going to help you blend those colors together. So you don't have to be so nervous when you're using a deeper color, as long as you have this trusty friend nearby, okay? Now close to the outer lashes and joining the outer contour, I'm going to use a dark, cool gray shade. It's called Downlike. It's very dark and smoky. Now, if you like, you can use a tissue under your eyes. This is going to prevent the eyeshadow from falling on your cheekbones. Okay, it's like a little V on the side, like a little V shape resting on the side. You can actually do this with your eyes closed and just feel where it's going after a while. For those of you who wear glasses, if you just kind of trust a little and feel your way, you'll be surprised. I'm applying a MAC eyeshadow called Jest, just on my lid. It's a light pinkish gold color, and I'm placing it to the area of my lid closer to my nose. Since my eyes are hooded, the outer half doesn't show anyway. I'm using a small flat brush. I love highlighting this area. It's a very small area, right under the arch of the brow. I'm using this ivory color. I've had this Lancome black eyeliner pencil for years, obviously. It's a bit beat up. I'm working it into my lashes, getting a little wider as I go outwards. Miranda Priestly also had more eyeliner under her eyes than I typically wear. So let's go along with that, but I'm going to go with a taupe because I don't want it to look too harsh. So I'm staying to the outer side of my eyes. There is a very soft taupe color. Now to curl the lashes. I like to apply the mascara a little bit on the top of my lashes first, and then on the underside. Then they get extra. Extra is always good, right? Now for a nice creamy concealer to clean up under my eye area. It may not look as if any eyeshadow has fallen, but you will be surprised the difference, how much cleaner this is going to make my under eye area look. It actually helps shape the eyes. Do you see that? It helps give that nice lift that we're looking for. I do love lipstick time. It's so satisfying. It's really the cherry on top. In the movie, Meryl wore a neutral medium taupe shade, so we're going to use Sunset Nude from RMS Beauty as our pencil, and then Modesty lipstick by MAC. I'm just following the shape of my lips basically. I'm going a little bit on the outer edge just to make them look a little bit fuller. Do you notice how I'm using my pencil on the side like this? The whole pencil tip is touching my skin. That's going to make it a lot steadier. I'm going to use a lip brush to apply my lipstick. I don't always do that. It does make it go on a bit smoother, and you have more control of the shape. Now, I don't think Meryl Streep was wearing lip gloss in the movie, but to be honest, I feel like she could have used some. I don't know, lips look so dry when people use a very matte lip color, especially as you get older, your lips get drier. So we're using a little bit of lip gloss anyway. Just a little pressed powder on the T-zone, and wait a second, I'll be right back. And the transformation is complete. A little polish, a little confidence, and suddenly everything feels just more put together. So please let me know how you like this look. Also tell me, did you see the movie and what did you think? What are some of your favorite Miranda Priestly quotes? One of mine is, "By all means, move at a glacial pace. You know how that thrills me." But there were so many singers. Well, that's it from me for now, and I'll see you next time here at Silver Style Studio. Bye.